The first story I have to tell you is a story that I can't believe people didn't know. How I got the name Chocolate Thunder. There was a guy, a very famous musician, that used to come to the games in Los Angeles and other places. He would pop up at games. He had a guy with him. The guy would be sitting beside him, telling him what's going on. Hey, the big chocolate guy just put down a thunder dunk, or Doc just put down a monster dunk. So they came to the locker room and they said, hey, this guy want to come in to talk to you. I said, what guy? He said, he's a musician, hold on. Stevie Wonder walks in. He walks in, he's shaking everybody's hand, and he comes over to me and they say, this is the guy here that every guy used to tell you about putting down the big dunks. And all he did was sit there and he said, Chocolate Thunder. That's how I got the nickname. So I said, if a man never saw me and has a vision to call me Chocolate Thunder, I can wear that.
Stevie didn't dream up every nickname, but the one hung on Wayne Rollins fit perfectly.
Wayne Rollins? Who's that?
Tree Rollins.
Tree Rollins. Tree Rollins?
Out of the way by the three.
There's so many things he could do.
Block shots, rebound.
And again, Rollins blocked.
Tough competitor.
You got in his way. If there was a spare part, he might inhale it. Just ask Danny Ainge.
Oh, man, you know what? I think I broke 3 or 4 fingers. He kept trying to block my dunks.
You shut down the lane. When you beat those guys, you knew you were going into the big fella.
If you thought challenging Tree was a scary proposition, then some of the sideline fashions of the 80s were flat out frightening.
This is Mike Fratello. Here are a few other coaches who felt how they dressed was very important on the sideline. Gene's shoe, a little bit of a throwback. Not sure many times exactly what Gene was trying to do with what he was wearing that particular night. He may have not been sure what he was doing that particular night. I'm not sure that Frank spent a whole lot of time every day wondering, what am I going to wear for the game tonight? If it fit, Frank put it on, he wore it, he coached his team well. You probably remember Dr. Jack Ramsey for the way he walked across the floor. He was stalking his opponent. When the game was over, he walked off with those plaid pants, red jacket. Chuck Daly may have been at the top of the list. Nobody appreciated clothes more than Chuck Daly did. He truly loved dressing well and looking good. He always said you can't go wrong in a blue suit. Doug could care less what he wore, and he could care if he wore it every night. If it still fit him and if it wasn't falling apart, Doug would wear it. It was like, who cares what I'm wearing? I care about winning basketball games. And those are just some of the coaching fashion statements of the 80s.
Now we go from bad looks to one of the baddest men of the NBA 80s.
Artist Gilmore.
My mentor.
This is a big man who was a presence. He could score whenever he had to score, block shots, rebound the basketball, be an intimidator.
I remember just always staring at Artist Gilmore because of how he had Afro sideburns. And I was like, this man has Afro sideburns.
Artist Gilmore was so strong. He went for a dunk one night and Calvin Murphy jumped on his back. Artist completed the dunk. Came down in a full squat. Had Calvin on his back. I said, you all right, little fella?
He just looked so intimidating. He looked so menacing, and he played like it, too.
Ain't nothing to talk about raw. He would have been the real Shaft if he could have been.
Artist and his retro sideburns made everyone crack a smile, but it's the Bucks who get credit for bringing happy days back to Milwaukee.
I think the Bucks were kind of the forgotten story of the 80s.
When you went into Milwaukee, you knew 2 things was going to happen. It was going to be cold, and you had to face Moncrief.
Moncrief on the drive. Great shot. What a move.
He was truly one of those guys who was gifted on both ends of the floor.
Personified 80s basketball, rugged, tough, hardcore.
If you didn't bring your lunch pail and you weren't ready to work for 48 minutes, he was going to embarrass you.
Breakneck pace. Underneath they go. There's Moncrief. They got it inside, and he did a 180 in the air to get that ball loose. How did he do that?
He was a great defender.
Swiped right back by Milwaukee. Sidney Moncrief is everywhere.
You could put him on people to shut him down at the defensive end of the floor.
I'm playing quite a few minutes per ball game. So my biggest joy is sleeping right now.
You talk about a guy that's doing everything every night. Sidney Moncrief was a guy.
Milwaukee's team was talented.
And Don Nelson's the coach.
In a long, cold winter, Don Nelson, except that the Bucks have tried to keep things pretty warm, and they've done a nice job.
Nelly had his own way of dressing. I don't think Nelly ever was concerned on how he looked.
You know, he looked like a schlepper most of the career.
But he didn't really care. He was about coaching. Don Nelson wanted to win an NBA championship.
And Milwaukee has defeated the Boston Celtics. They'll advance to the next round.
The league was loaded, and I mean, if you didn't come ready to play, you could be beaten. And Milwaukee's considered one of the top teams in the East.
You had Marcus Johnson, Bob Lanier, Paul Pressey.
That's one of the first teams that I remember playing the style of basketball that we play today.
Stay with us. There's more NBA80s on the other side. Welcome back to NBA80s.
The Laker girls were incredible. They defined what Showtime was.
I remember going around the league. It was, you LA people with those Laker girls.
I thought it gave it a better feeling overall.
Start talking about the Laker girls. Now, that's a distraction.
Laker girls were pretty nice.
They could dance. They were good.
You know, girls wasn't that fine everywhere. You wasn't getting that in Minnesota.
When you're a high school senior and you go to a Laker game and you see the Laker girls, you just kind of shake your head.
They were incredible. They were pretty. They were hot. People wanted to be like them. Man, it was off the chain.
Reggie Theus, 1, 2, 3, 4.
The Laker girls counted on choreography, costumes, and makeup. But Reggie Theus got his look right out of the gene pool.
Reggie Theus looked like he could have been an actor on Miami Vice.
I've been doing some acting classes and things of that nature.
Whatever works for you, baby. He had a jumper, though. I tell you that.
Cue the Theus, and Reggie connects.
Reggie was all GQ. Pretty boy with the eyes and all that.
And the ladies love Reggie.
Number 24, Reggie Theus.
I don't think he had a jerry curl. I think he just had that nice, he had what you call good hair.
Now, see, Reggie, that's natural curl. Reggie still has those curls. They're just a little gray now.
Let's see, one word with 9 letters to sum up the NBA80s.
It's fantastic.
Hi, the NBA is fantastic. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, my God.
The NBA, it's fantastic.
If you happen to be recording the game and you happen to get one of those commercials, it was a big deal.
Fans could relate to it. Players could kind of relate to it.
Oh, yeah, man. It's fantastic.
NBA is fantastic. Are you kidding me? Fantastic.
Those are the days, the 80s. Can we bring those back?
The Sixers' Bobby Jones was a fantastic choice in '83 when they handed out the first Sixth Man of the Year award.
What a block by Bobby Jones. Bobby Jones with another one of his stupendous defensive efforts.
One of the best defenders to play the game.
Bobby Jones, baby.
Solo ride for Bobby Jones.
He would just fly out of nowhere and just block your shot out of bounds.
He was phenomenal coming off the bench.
That is Bobby Jones, isn't it? He looks like Mr. Bean.
He was Dennis Rodman before Dennis Rodman came. He was the best six-man ever.
4-on-2. Bobby Jones, look at him fly. Holy mackerel.
He would turn around and run up the court, and he would go. That was his thing. Bobby Jones be like, good pass.
Philly was already loaded when it added Moses Malone to the mix.
Oh, man, I love Moses.
Moses is singularly the greatest influence in my NBA career.
That was it. You know, we got to the doorstep and couldn't get in. And we got Moses.
Malone with the offensive rebound. Is Malone strong or what?
The more they push me, it feels like the stronger I get. And I get more aggressive, then I know what I got to do.
I always loved him because it was mumbles.
He was the only player who would get 30 rebounds and 30 points. They couldn't interview him. He was how you feel? Yeah.
When he started talking to you, you'd go, huh? He loved to scrum. So when he started scrumming with Moses, like, he would win that because he'd be like grabbing your arms and you couldn't move and stuff.
I just thought he overpowered everything. Maybe that's not a good word. Maybe I should have said punishing. I don't know. The hell's the difference?
I think the Lord gave me this talent to be the best. That's why I think I would name Moses.
Moses Malone. That's not even a nickname. That's his real name. Imagine you're 6'10", your name is Moses, and you can't play ball. That's a lot to live with.
What was it? And wait, Little Mo. Who else was it? The Doctor, Kevin Maloney. What was that?
Little Mo, Big Mo, the Doctor, Andrew Toney, and Ivoroni. No baloney.
Sixes all the way. I remember that.
They said Moses took us to the promised land. Like, you couldn't beat that.
The two-time MVP owned the middle, and also one of the most unique guarantees in all of sports.
4-4-4.
I said 4-4-4.
So it's 4-4 and 5 or something to that point.
4-4-4? Yeah.
With the talent that we had, I think we had the opportunity to do it.
One break for Philly. Here's the Doctor.
It was so great because I loved Moses and Doc needed help, and they just swept through.
There it goes. Cheeks on his way to the World Championship. The Moses slam dunk. Congratulate the world champion Philadelphia 76ers.
4-4-4 became, 4-5-4, and history was made.
How's it feel to get into 4 straight, though?
Oh, man. That's the best.
Thanks for watching.